So many of our lives are public on social media. While it's a convenient way to share photos with our loved ones, it's also an appealing target for hackers who are looking for your personal data. And as Local 5's Eva Anderson shares, it's taken away from one Des Moines woman in a heartbeat.
I woke up one morning and checked my Facebook, and it asked me to put my password in.
But when SANDI Tollari tried to log in March 31st, her password had been changed. She tried using her phone number to reset her password.
Reset it, and it opened up Facebook, but it wasn't my Facebook.
A hacker had stripped her phone number from her old account and attached it to a new blank account under her full first and middle name, Sandra Diane. Her actual account under SANDI Tollari had a new email attached, a Hotmail address she'd never heard of with the name Raylan Specker. She tried emailing the address.
And I got so desperate. I'm like, could you please just change my Facebook back to my, and I of course never heard back.
All SANDI's photos, memories of her children's lives growing up.
It's my personal archive of the last 10 plus years of my life.
Now in the hands of a hacker.
It feels like she lost a huge part of her life.
Yeah.
I shared SANDI's story with Brandon Potter, the chief technology officer at ProCircular, a computer security company based out of Coralville and Des Moines. He says even if your Facebook doesn't have any financial information attached, hackers will do this just to get the data of you and your friends.
These attackers will use that and spider your profile for information to use for nefarious purposes or just to kind of aggregate a pool of data.
So what about recourse or tracking down Raylan Specker, if that's even a real person? SANDI's attempts to have Facebook look into it fell flat. And Brandon says,
yes, hacking's illegal. Is it likely to be prosecuted for somebody gaining unauthorized access to a Facebook or a social media account?
Brandon says likely no, because from the perspective of a big company like Facebook, unless it's part of a massive data breach,
it's small potatoes. It's so common.
That leaves SANDI feeling helpless.
I feel really disconnected from everybody and everything. And so at the same time as I feel like that might sound silly, it's legitimate for me.
It's now been 3 weeks for SANDI. I reached out to Facebook and have yet to hear back. So now I'd like to hear from you. Have you had a similar situation? If your account was hacked, did you get it back? If so, how long did it take? Send us an email at news@weareiowa.com. Eva Anderson, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
We do hope you will reach out. Meanwhile, though, Brandon shares some helpful suggestions to protect your account. First, use a password that's unique for every account you have, and be sure to make it a strong one. Something like password 123 simply won't cut it. Second, get what's called a password vault, a secure software that helps store all those unique passwords. Also, be sure to enable two-factor authentication with full list of tips from ProCircular at weareiowa.com.